Hey everyone, so in today's video we are doing the top 5 deep healing and empowerment tips. These are tips that helped me along the way, and I'm sure they will help you as they have with many of my clients. So for those who don't know me, my name is Celine. I am on a mission to simplify the awakening process and deep healing and transformation. We have got some lives coming up in the next couple of weeks that are going to be starting, and we really dive deep into this. But for now, I just want to keep this to the top 5, so let's dive in. So number 1, trauma deep dive. No negative attachments. So on the spiritual awakening journey, you'll learn a lot about trauma and how attachments can attach to that trauma. You might have heard of this, you might not have. In the spiritual community, we kind of talk about it. Kind of the more you advance along, you can see how the dark plays a part in our transformation. So it's all about flipping that perspective. So when they're coming and they're attacking you with something, you can actually thank them for that and kind of turn it around and say, all right, how can I heal that in myself? Thank you for showing me I have that, because you might not have realised. And then you can work on transforming that. Then that dark energy doesn't have anything to attach onto. So the more we heal, the more we get empowered, and the more we get a natural shield to these things anyway. But there are other steps we can take too to get us there. Obviously it is a process and it is a journey. So another one we can do is energy protection. Again, this will become more advanced as you progress along your journey, especially if you take specific paths, that'll help you with this kind of thing. I have done a few videos on basic energy protection, but I will be going into more advanced techniques as well, where we can all use to help ourselves, especially if you have a purpose and you know that it's going to cross into both kind of realms, the dark and the light, which is very much how I found myself to be. I thought I'd be doing a lot of light work, spiritual kind of ascension things, but actually I also do a lot in the dark as well. Now that's not, I don't mean like black magic. Dark work is like helping people with the shadow. I also work as a medium, so I help with things like crossing over. I can come up against other spiritual entities because of the kind of work that I do, so it is important that I learn both. And you might find that as well along your path, even once you've healed and you kind of past that stage and you know all about protection and things, you might still need to step it up if you find that your work is kind of in both areas. So number 3 is boundaries. It is really important to set boundaries. The people that we allow into our lives. So this kind of follows in really to number 4, which is know your enemy. So I'll kind of talk about these consecutively. So it's about who we allow in our lives. Now we do have a choice. We don't feel it when we're kind of right in the middle of a narcissistic relationship. We don't feel we have that choice, especially if we're under financial constraints. We have no support around us, no one to help us, and we're kind of feeling really lost and disempowered. So it's important to start creating those boundaries of what you're going to allow into your life. Now, I'm not saying you need to implement these within a relationship. If you are in a toxic, narcissistic relationship, then I recommend that you follow the certain steps, but you keep it to yourself. Get yourself empowered, get yourself in a position that you can get out of there. Do not confront them. This is not what this is about. We want to be empowered against them, and I am going to start demystifying kind of and taking the power away from these people as we progress in the live shows that are going to be starting in the next couple of weeks, and I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. So it's about getting empowered in yourself, not confronting them, but taking that power back from them and knowing that we have a choice, we can keep away from these people and we can protect ourselves. So then, as I say, this goes into number 4, which is know your enemy. And I would say, to simplify things, we have empaths and we have narcissists. Now, not everyone is a narcissist. Some people just have toxic traits, from parents and things. And if they learn to recognise that within themselves, they can actually change and become what we'd call a light worker or a better person. I mean, there was toxic traits that I'd picked up, and once I realised these, I learned to work on them and let them go. Like, jealousy is toxic, but we all go through it. Envy is a toxic trait. And, it's just things like that we need to kind of work through and realise that they're not part of who we are, if that's not who you are. Because it's all about learning your core values, of course. So, as I say, there is a split. People like to say we're all united, we're all one. And as I do agree with that concept, but there is also a fine line as well, and we are never going to be one with a narcissist. It just won't happen, especially if you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, because we either overgive to them too much and think we can heal them and end up here in the process, or, as I hope to achieve from the content moving forward, we are more empowered, and so we can't deal with them, and we just don't want to face them anyway, and they're not the type of people we want to be around. They're not who our tribe are, so it's just never gonna work. So then we need to step into our purpose. So we call our power back. So this is what I mean by knowing your enemy. If you go and research all about empaths and narcissists, look at the different stories that are out there, which you will find are not so different to yours. And I will be touching more on my story as well in relation to that, so you can see for yourself that, it's like they read from a script. It's like they're given a book. It's crazy. So the more you do that, the more you're going to take your power back from them and not feel so helpless by it and in that victim mindset and things. You're going to take that back and realise that you have the power and you have the choice, because it's actually ultimately not the abuser's fault. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, but it is our responsibility, especially when we're older, that we can change these things and we can make a choice who we have around us. And it all starts from healing within and getting that empowerment and understanding that we all have the power to do it. And as you step into your purpose more and call your power back from these people that you might have given it away from, or they've just taken it from overstepping boundaries, you're going to be more empowered then as well, and find more of a shield around you, more protected. And again, you won't need to do the rituals so much of these protection things every day. And it kind of just makes us whole from the inside, and then life changes as a consequence around us. We're more surrounded by love, we're around our soul tribe, we're around more abundance, happiness, joy. And that also then helps us bring into alignment of who we really are, because we're not getting treated as we were before when we were around toxic or narcissistic people that just can't or won't see anyone else's value. So to wrap this up then, I was going to say as well, with each memory that comes up, you're going to be like a parent to that inner child, so you're connecting to your inner child as well. And be kind, compassionate, loving. You wouldn't hate on your own child, so you need to flip it round and start seeing yourself as you've already empowered, you've already come such a long way. If you've gone through difficult things and come out on the other side, or you're getting through it, even if you feel like it's the end of the world and there's just a big hole that swallowed you up, there's no way out, still see the fact that you were stood there, you were dealing with it, and you were getting through it every day. So you don't want to hate yourself for, why can't I get out of this position? Why did I allow myself in this position? Or any of those kind of things that go around. You want to flip it. It's you see yourself as your child or your best friend or whoever, and give yourself that love and compassion and understanding. Like, we didn't understand back whenever that, we were doing something that maybe we had a choice not to do, whatever it may be, apply it to, your circumstance. And then I've gone off at a tangent there. So just apply it to your life and turn it around and see yourself for that strong person that you are to get that far, to know the things that you know now. And when you come out on the other side and learn from these things and kind of heal from them and be able to let them go and then help others if that's what your desire is to do, that'll build up more and more and more within you. So as I say, be proud of yourself. Don't hate yourself like the abusers. We've been surrounded by that our entire lives for some of us, whether it be parents or a relationship or whatever. Don't do that to yourself as well. Make that choice to end it now. And also, if you've got children or you plan on having children, they're not going to see you doing that, and so you break that generational curse for them so they don't have to experience the same trauma we do. And even just that kind of side of things, trauma doesn't always affect us. It doesn't always come from abuse. Sometimes it can come from seeing others in pain. And, that's what we don't want to be able to pass down to our children. We want to show them there's another way, and you can show yourself there's another way first, and there always is. So the lives will be starting in the next couple of weeks. I think the 14th we will be launching live. They will be our shows. I am planning on doing 2 a week. There would maybe one initially. The podcasts are starting up again. We have our first guest due on as soon as I actually interview him, because I was supposed to do that last week and it hasn't happened yet. Just had so much going on. And I am looking for people that will come on the podcast that would like to share their story, whether it be SRA and mind control, and what your story was, and if you've come out on the other side now, and what kind of things helped you. People that have gone through the family court corruption system and child services, you can share your story. The next podcast we are doing is about cult mentality. So again, if you've been in a cult or you can contribute to that, then please do get in touch. And there's quite another. I did put a post up on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram, so hopefully you've seen that post there. There was quite a few things. I can't think at the top of my head now what else there was. Different spiritual awakening paths, and also any deceptions that you have come across in the New Age 5D, and you're now kind of implementing other spiritual techniques and realising maybe that New Age kind of held you back rather than propelled you forward. And you will know, if you've been following me for a while, I have done a few exposing deception videos on that topic. So you can have a look through the content if you haven't already. So I'm looking forward to what's to come. Energies are definitely shifting and bringing in lots of change right now, and it's set to continue. So I do hope that video made sense. I will leave it here for this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow and the message get out and circulate for those that need to hear it. And I will see you soon, probably another video before the live. I won't leave it too long. So enjoy your day.